in Detroit, far as with your childhood when you was going to school in Detroit, what kind of student you say you was in Detroit when you was going to school? Would you say you paid attention, you listened to what was going on, but you was still kind of messing up? Or would you say that you was just, basically bad as fuck?
Well, at first, I was good because I was right next to my sister, and she was good, like smart. So I wanted to be smart too. I was competitive, so I wanted to be smart like her. So I actually was catching her. So it was like, okay, she was in the second and I was in the first. So they was putting me in the second with her. So I was doing like half and half classes. Like me and her was making straight A's, both of us. But then, when the hungry pains and all that kicked in, once I went to school to eat, I stopped going to learn. I couldn't go for both. Because it was like, you got to pick, because you either surviving in life or you learning at school. So it was all basically about surviving. So Detroit school was not even like real school to me. It was like elementary and kindergarten, first grade, stuff like that. But I would say this, it's crazy because like once the crack epidemic hit and we start moving around from hood to hood, house to house, I went to a school called Marshall, and they had a police team called the Blue Pigs, and they brought all the drugs to the school to display. Now I don't really understand that, but now keep in mind, this one they were saying about Ronald Reagan and all that.
Yeah.
So it was real serious because the Blue Pigs brought the drugs and showed them to all the students. But me, I knew what it was. I knew what it was worth. So what I did was I took it and made a big old commotion at the school. They had dog. The dog was already there, but I was thinking it was fake, to be honest. But I knew what it looked, so I took it. And in the process of me taking it, I put it in somebody else's book sack because we was in a like where the bleachers be at, So I put it in somebody else's book sack. So when we all went back to class, after everybody went back to class, because it was like a orientation, something, and he managed to get away with it, so I got it back and I took it home and I sold it out the side window.
Ooh.
And I was every bit of 7 years old.
Oh, you was smooth at 7.
Yeah, I had to take it and break it down. Like I took it home and it was like a miracle because we were struggling. This is like a miracle to say, okay, now you got some, mama don't know about it, so we good. All we got to do is sell it, and we broke it down, and I actually like sold it out the side window. I remember like 7 years old, selling crack.